Hi, do you know that you're bound to encounter tell us something about yourself or introduce yourself question in most of the interviews that you appear in your life? Let it be an online or an offline interview. Are you worried and unsure of how to answer this question confidently? Relax, you are not the only one. Most of the aspirants, whether they are working professionals going for a job change or fresh graduates from college who are going for their first job, or students going for university admissions after 12th or after graduation struggle with this question. That means they struggle in terms of framing the right kind of an answer to this question. So the learning objective for today's session or today's video is that we are going to give you some tips to prepare the most sacrosanct answer to tell us something about yourself. And this is going to be exclusive for you. So first thing first, let's try to understand the intent of interviewer for asking this question. Why is it that they ask you this kind of a question? So very first thing you need to understand that this is the easiest question that they can ask. So they want to put you at ease. So for putting you at ease, there cannot be a easier question than tell us something about yourself. Second, they want to know whether you can talk confidently for 1 or 2 minutes about yourself or not. You're a person with the age of more than 18 to 20 years. Can you talk about yourself confidently for 1 or 2 minutes or not? They want to have a general idea about your candidature. Fourth, the answer to this question is going to help them to ask subsequent questions. That means there are a lot of questions, so follow-up questions which are going to happen revolving around whatever you would have spoken at the time of your introduction. So a well-prepared answer to this question will help you to solve following problems or following issues. First, it will help you to form a connection with the interviewer. So please try to understand that you can only convince someone in case you have formed that kind of a connection. So very first thing that you need to do is that your introduction has to be such sacrosanct that you will be able to establish a connection with the interviewer. Once you have formed the connection, then you will be able to convey what they are asking. And once you have conveyed, then you will be able to convince them at the time of your introduction, at the time of your interview, in fact. Second is you will be able to drive your interview towards your comfort zone. That's very important. Rather than playing in somebody else's gallery, it's very important that you're playing in your own gallery. You will be able to do it in case you would have spoken things in which you're comfortable in at the time of your introduction, because the follow-up questions are going to come from whatever you would have spoken at the time of your introduction. Third, it will give you an opportunity to leave a lasting impression on the interviewer. That means in case in first 2-3 minutes at the time of your introduction, you would have spoken things in which you are confident in. You would have established a good rapport with the interviewer, and they'll be looking at you as a probable candidate for selection. Fourth, it gives you an opportunity to convert an interview into a conversation wherein two individuals are talking and discussing things. And that can only happen in case you're playing in your gallery. That means you have restricted yourself in talking about things in which you are more comfortable in, and you're not stuck up in things in which you're not confident. One more thing, that the duration of your introduction should be approximately lasting from 60 seconds to 120 seconds. Brevity is the key to success. You need to be very concise and precise while framing this introduction of yours. Another important things, let's try to understand. So what I've done in this video is that I'm trying to give you some 18 points, out of which you can pick some 3 to 4 points so as to prepare a customized or a tailored introduction for yourself. So the points that you can include, depending upon in which you are comfortable in, are following. Number one, you can talk about your academics in case you are a very academically oriented person, and you also need to prepare a couple of subjects in which were your favorite, wherein you think that you will be able to answer most of the cross questioning that is going to happen. You can talk about your native place. You can talk about your extracurricular and co-curricular activities. You can even talk about your achievements in case you have some achievements to brag about. Then you can talk about some additional skills that you would have acquired over and above your academics. You can talk about your interests and hobbies. You can talk about your strengths, family background, internships, and finally your projects during the graduation, previous work experience in case you're a working professional, some workshops that you would have attended which would have added some skill sets within you, additional languages learned for some foreign languages that you would have learned. Your goal or vision in life is very important. In case you have a goal or vision, you can talk about that at the time of your introduction. Your role model, in case you idolize someone. So you need to talk about that as well. Your rationale behind choosing a particular course or a job in which you are applying. So they want to know that whether you are very clear about you. It's a thought of decision that why is it that you're going for this kind of a job, or why is it that you're going for this kind of a course after your graduation. Another important thing, important positions of responsibility that you would have held during your school, graduation, or during your working. Something that you're passionate about is again something that you can include at the time of your introduction. So please try to understand that you are not supposed to talk about all these 18 points. You can pick 3 to 4 points in which you think that you're very comfortable. You can then pick those points and then probably prepare a very sacrosanct introduction of yours, wherein you think that now if they ask you anything out of it, you will be able to handle those questions with ease and with comfort. Another important thing, the call for action. The reason why we are doing it is that you need to work. Self-introspection is something which is very crucial. You need to mull over. You need to think with yourself. You need to sit with yourself and do some kind of a self-introspection task. Pick 3 to 4 points from the list that we have talked about, and then start framing an introduction which will be revolving around those 3 to 4 points. That can be anything. That can be points in which you are most comfortable in. In all probability, the follow-up questions will be based upon whatever you would have spoken at the time of your introduction. So please try to understand that whatever you would have spoken in initial 1 or 2 minutes of your introduction, your next 10 to 15 minutes of your entire interview is going to be based upon those pointers. So the follow-up questions are going to come from your introduction itself. So you need to prepare well. Whatever you speak in your introduction, you need to substantiate it with data and example. So prepare well. Just don't speak for the heck of speaking. You need to have a lot of reservoir. You'll need to have a lot of data to substantiate whatever you would have spoken. You need to have examples to substantiate that. Practice, but don't memorize. That's very important. You need to practice those pointers, but don't memorize. Don't mug it up. And all you have to do is to practice your answer. So following things can be done. What I'll advise you, it's a very candid advice, that once your introduction is ready, then what you can do a video recording. You have a phone with you, keep the recorder on and start speaking in front of your video recording and see what are the scope of improvement, how do you look while speaking, and what are the various phases. And then you need to graduate and you need to improve over a period of time. You can also start narration of your introduction by standing in front of a mirror and doing a mirror exercise. That is also very helpful. And the most important thing that you must be doing is that you need to take at least 2 or 3 mock interviews before going for an actual interview. This mock interview has to be taken by some experts who can guide you, who can handhold you, who can give you feedback, who can tell you that these are the areas of improvement and this is what you need to do in case you want to enhance your chances of getting selected into any job interview or any other interview which you're facing. So guys, that's it from my side. In case of any assistance or any mock interview practice, you can definitely get in touch with us. My contact details are there in this PPT, and I'll also be leaving it in the comment box, in the description box. Feel free to connect with us in case you need any assistance. Thank you, and thanks for watching this video. We'll keep on posting more such videos subsequently. So till then, you can subscribe to our channel, you will like and share this videos. Thank you so much.